What's up guys, and welcome to the horrible side of YouTube that is kids channels. And yes, I'm only saying that because I spent the last week watching nothing but content created for children. I'm pretty sure my brain melted. But I have learned something. There's a massive amount of content created for children on this platform. And really, except for the Paul brothers and Ricecom, the very top of them that are aimed at children, most of them are just completely unknown, even though they're massive. That's perfectly fair and expected. It's content created for 6-year-olds. But when you think about it, is that smart of us to not be aware of this content and what they create? It's not like it's a huge network with our certain rules that apply, so maybe we should keep a better eye on them. These channels have massive success that most of us can only dream about ever reaching. I know hugely successful channels that aren't half as big as some of these guys. So I honestly believe there should be some kind of checks and balances on these guys. At least there should be like a quick and easy way for adults to get an overview of what the hell it is. Like, what are these channels? What are they doing? Are they teaching kids something valuable? Are they abusing their success for monetary gains? And are they a straight up bad influence? That's basically the 6 points that, as an adult and parent should be aware of what these guys are doing. Now with the introduction out of the way, I bring you, drumroll please, the Adult Guide to Weird Channels That Your Kids Are Watching! Now the target for today's video is Guava Juice! This guy. He recently came to my attention due to some controversy he seems to be implicated in. Actually, you can kinda say he's the inspiration for the series I hope to continue with. But let's get right into it. Guava Juice is a kids channel with a little under 13 million subscribers and 5 billion views. Wait, what? 5 billion? Jesus, maybe I should start making kid content. That's just insane. Well, back to the story. It's run by this guy, who's also known as Roy Wasabi, as he used to be one half of Wasabi Productions, another massively successful YouTube channel. Roy, like a lot of us, didn't really seem to know what he actually wanted to do on the channel when he started regularly uploading in 2016. He started with Let's Plays and other gaming related content, which was actually kind of okay.
Rocks into Onyx! Oh! What should Piplup do? Piplup, use bubble! Piplup, Piplup! Oh, no!
It was still kid-oriented. He definitely had a focus on kids, as he, among other things, played a lot of Roblox. It didn't take him that long to move into other things beyond gaming, though. Just a few months in, he started doing challenges, experiments,
Go!
try videos,
This is actually the vegan bacon? Oh, that's gross!
and other trends. But boy, did it work for him! His view count literally went from a very respectable 20 million views. It skyrockets to over 100 million on average, and it has not gone down yet since. Which pretty much on view time and views makes him one of the absolute biggest on the platform. Especially the bathtub challenges seems to have been quite successful. He really does a lot of things in the bathtub. Of course, he also got in on the slime trend.
One!
And the squishy trend.
Today, we're gonna find out if these squishy toys can protect an iPhone 10 from falling off the roof.
It's perfectly fine. We all try to stay relevant and create content that our viewers want to see. But we're not here for the history lesson. Now when we're all caught up on what he's doing, let's get into it. Now, as the screen card said, let's get into the good stuff. Guava Juice have many good ideas for their channel. No doubt about that. The majority of the ideas they have are perfectly wholesome, fun, and even to some degree educational. Such as the series Trying Gadgets You Never Knew About, or Wubble Bubble Experiments. Even the slime videos are pretty okay. There are some level of education in it. He even slightly at one point gets into the concept of non-Newtonian liquids, which is really sad he doesn't go deeper in with. I think that's really fun. But no, it's pretty basic for most of us, but for kids, this is perfectly leveled. This is very good. it's wholesome and they learn stuff from it. Now with that out of the way, we're gonna get into the fun stuff. Before we really get into the meat of this video, it would really mean a lot to me if you would subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss the next guide. Now, as with all YouTubers, there will be bad decisions. We are only human, and we are basically, most of us, a one-man operation, or woman. We have all made bad content, even cringy content, and that's perfectly okay. We all have to learn and get it out of our systems. Now, for the stuff we do go for, I've pretty much figured out that we're gonna start in the low department of, it's bad, but it could be worse. And then we finish off with a really big one. If there is one, of course. Now, the first one we're gonna get into is ads. We all want to put them in our videos, and putting in 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4, I can deal with. I do understand you want to make money. And remember, this is free content. We're not paying for this. So, something has to pay for the creation of it and the time it takes. And I'm okay with ads for that department. But Jesus Christ, there is 6 ads and sometimes more in every single video of 10 minutes or more. And most of them are under 14 minutes. Actually, the vast majority is 10 minutes and a few seconds. Which means they basically stretched it to hit that 10-minute mark. You get less than 2 minutes of content per freaking ad. How greedy can you get? And before anyone gets started on the whole production value, and look how much they spend on mystery boxes, blah, 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 blah. We'll get into that. That's a point further down. Now, a conservative estimate is $2 per 1,000 views. And remember, that's a conservative estimate. I know of channels that has talked about their ad revenue, and they have peaked at over $20 CPM. That's $20 per 1,000 views. Now, it does vary a lot. Some are below, mostly prank channels and people that swear a lot, which is why I'm trying to contain it. You never know. You might get AdSense one day. But with that estimate, he's probably around $3 to maybe even $4. It's kids content, it might actually be higher. But at $2, and he has over 100 million views per month. There are some months easily more than 50 million views than extra. That's 150 million. At $2, that means he makes $200,000 plus every single month. And he's been doing that for over 2 years now. No month since summer 2016 has been under 100 million. That's over $2.5 million. And he's putting in 6 mid-roll ads. It's a bit excessive. Now, with my personal envy out of the way, we can get into the next one, which is kind of tied to the first one. The merch. Gotta buy that merch. Jesus Christ, he's blogging his merch a lot, and he has a lot of merch.
Today's something really special. We have the new Guava Juice boxes. What is up, YouTube? Today I have something really, really cool for you guys. I got the new Guava Juice boxes.
It's not just the regular stuff like the t-shirts, phone covers, stuff like that, beanbags, No. This is a man that understands his audience. And he's not dumb either. And he understands that merch is a massive, massive and very profitable part of being on social media. He understands that as long as it's got his face on it, most kids will buy it. And this is where it gets a little interesting, because he has taken it to that extra level of merch. He teamed up with a company that makes toys and DIYs, sets, craft sets with his face on it. That's right, a kids channel figured out that making toys and crafts is a very smart business idea. And he teamed up with a company that had the connection, so you can go to Target and buy this shit. And then to, again, improve his chance of selling and profitability, they put a STEM sticker on it. Now for the uninvited, that basically says this is an educational toy craft thing, whatever you want to call it. Which means that it's easier to convince the parents to buy it. Even though it's nowhere near educational, it's just there for looks, really. Now, fair enough, this will take a long time, so to cut it short, I really recommend you watching Nerdecrafters videos about the toys. He does some really awesome reviews of these craft sets and stuff, like anything from bath bombs to, a STEM sticker on a bath bomb. Doesn't make sense now, does it? To slime testing. She's tested most of them, and in a nutshell, she hates them. But there's a link in the description to her channel and to the videos. I highly recommend go seeing them. Now back to the plugging of the merch, because that's actually what I want to talk about. Because when he does it, it's not just that regular run-of-the-mill, please go buy my merch, remember the merch. No, he takes it a little step further, because, again, you'd think he had a degree in marketing.
Still can. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your older, whatever. Tell them to drive you to Target. Grab one of these, seriously. This is very, 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 very one of a kind.
Now that's a guy who knows his audience. He even uses FOMO.
I went to Target earlier and I picked a whole bunch of these up. Basically bought the whole thing. They're totally rare nowadays because it's always sold out. Alright, we are at Target number 2. Let's see if they have the pancake art here because the other Target was sold out. Okay, so I just talked to one of the employees and he said the pancake art is sold out. We are back! This is the only thing we could find at Target because the pancake art was sold out. We went to 2 Targets and they were sold out. That's so crazy.
To manipulate the children to quickly go buy it. Basically, he creates fake scarcity and the fear of not getting the tool to create it more, so that it's more exclusive, which is other bullcrap because you can go to Target's website and even I can buy it there. He just claims it's sold out, but it's really not. And he even plucks right there, where can you buy it? And you better be quick. And the idea is then the kids will start to beg their parents for this, which is outright horrible, really. Imagine if Big Bird tried to sell us merch like this guy. Now, onwards to the next thing, which is mystery boxes.
It's a mystery box, mystery boxes, a mystery box, mystery box, mystery boxes, a mystery box.
Basically, this is Guava Juice's primary way of flexing on the fans, because flexing gets a lot of views. But Mike, that's not flexing. He's showing us what you can get in mystery boxes that are horribly overpriced. No, he's not. He's flexing. And I can prove it too. It's not that hard, actually. It was really easy to find proof. Let's start with this one. The $500 Dark Web Mystery Box. Now, in this video, there are multiple shots that helps my case that he's faking it. Let's have a look at some of them. You can see the paint is still wet.
No.
And just to top that off, look at this.
But at the same time, I feel so sketched out. I don't even...
Yep, he manages to get wet paint on his arm while filming. There is no way that a package, even doing overnight delivery, would still have wet paint on it. He is lying. That is a box he made and then put stuff in it. And I can keep going. Here's another one. This is the unboxing a $50,000 mystery box from eBay. He messed up on the editing there. Well, let's have a look at this little clip from it.
Buy it now. Order total 55. Let's do this and click.
Now, is it just me, or did that cursor move a little fast right when he said and click?
And click.
But I didn't hear the click until it was pretty much moved away now, did we? So yeah, not only is he flexing on kids, he's also faking it. Which is just kind of sad, really. Now we got this straight up of kind of, I don't know what to call this, but he's somewhat a little too inspired by other people's content. Now, it's perfectly okay to jump in on trends. It's not those videos I have an issue with. That's okay. We all do that. And it's not the ones where he takes another YouTuber's idea and then kind of makes it his own, changing it up a bit. That's perfectly fine. We can take inspiration from each other. I'm okay with that, and I think sometimes it creates some of the best content on the platform. Now, what I have a problem with is this particular sketch he does. He does say who the inspiration is. It's Jack's Films, which is a channel oriented at adults. But very important, he never pretends it's real. His audience are, with a few exceptions, adults. Kids won't watch it, it's boring for them, but it's funny for us. And that's why he can get away with a sketch like this where, well, this happens.
So let's start with the $10,000 dog.
Now, then Guava Juice decides to redo the sketch, but he does it as a claim that the sketch is real.
What's up, YouTube? So, I was on YouTube the other day and I saw Jack's Films. What he did is he purchased a $10,000 dog and a $1 dog and he compared it. Little did he know there is actually a $50,000 dog right here on Amazon. Alright, as you guys can see, this is the $1 dog, of course. $1. Who wants a $1 dog, right? Add to cart. Good. Now this one right here is the $50,000 dog. Here we go. Oh, there you go. Look at that. That's so nice. So let's put that into the cart. 2-day shipping. Yes. And there you go.
Almost okay if he had an adult audience, because we're not idiots and we know what he's doing is just fake. But a 6-year-old might not understand that and see it and think, did he actually hurt the dogs? And some of them might think, oh, you can treat a dog like that and then hit their dogs. And that's the problem I have with it. This month, January 2019, he did it again. He does not understand that it's a bad sketch for children. Why would you do something twice that clearly shows to kids that animal abuse is okay? I'm sorry, but kids are stupid. It's just not okay. And now, for the climax, the big one, the really good content you're here for. Actually, no, it's the really bad one. And you're now guessing, what could be worse than, animal abuse? Lying to your fans, flexing on them. What could be worse? He promoted gambling to children and got paid massively for it. And to this day, he hasn't apologized for it. The only thing he actually has done is delete the video where he does it, which didn't happen until after Ricegum snitched on his ass. But this is the internet. And if you once uploaded something, it's still there. Let's have a look at it, shall we?
Is this real? I don't know if this is real. I love it. Here we go. Let's go.
Now, in this video, in the beginning, you see no mentioning of it being a sponsored video. But we know it is, because not only is it out of place, he ticks all of the right boxes for a sponsored video. And we know this because Keemstar was offered $100,000. Now, Ricegum claims he was paid even more. And the fact that he deleted it also kind of proves that it was sponsored. This is because, let's go through it. He stays extremely excited.
And then open. Oh, look at that. We won a metal braided lightning cable. Let's go.
He keeps mentioning the website's full name.
So I found this website. It's called mysterybrand.net. All right, on mysterybrand.net. Mysterybrand.net. Go to mysterybrand.net.
And he even points out that he's been getting screwed of other mystery boxes and not been making money.
So you know how frustrated I get with mystery boxes on eBay, for example. I buy it, and then I get ripped off. I always get something super cheap, but I get it for super expensive. It makes me angry.
But this one, ooh, it's legit, boys.
This is a really cool website. Like, low-key, not gonna lie, this is pretty legit. So,
let's go gamble.
We got $1,000 in the bank still, so let's just do it again.
Actually, don't go gamble. It's one of the fastest ways to lose everything you have. and just be in debt for the rest of your life. Don't ever gamble, kids. He even says he's addicted.
Right, now I'm addicted.
Oh, not to mention the fact that he also kind of implies you can make money off of this.
Okay, I already have a $400 profit, which is
Now, for the conclusion of the video, if we look at about 80% of the content Guava Juice makes, it's perfectly fine, it's okay, I don't have a problem with it, it's nice, it's educational, even fun. And, you know, I would let my kids watch that if I had any. And about the last 19.9% is also somewhat acceptable as long as you watch it with your kids, so you can explain when it's fake and why it's fake and why they shouldn't believe this. I find it highly important, that part, that you're present, such as you can point out how it's fake when he does the dog skits. I honestly think that that's one on the fence, because it's still really bad, but if you explain it to the children, I do believe that a 6-year-old, and especially an 8-year-old, can understand that there are no dog in the box. But there's a big but on this channel. That is, he intentionally promoted gambling to children. We therefore know he has a price to what he's willing to do. He's willing to do quite a lot with his personal integrity, I'd say, if he's willing to promote gambling to kids. I would say this is a channel you should never ever let your kids watch. You should definitely never let them watch it alone, because you do not know what this guy is willing to do for money. He has a channel that makes massive amount of money, and he has merchandise that also makes him massive amount of money, but he still felt the need to take a deal with a sponsor that promoted gambling, knowing he is kid oriented. And that's just unforgivable for me. I would never trust him. So that does it for today's video. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. And what do you think? Can Guava Juice redeem himself, or are you like me in the belief that this is unforgivable? Please leave a comment, and see you next time.